The number one concern that I hear from contractors when it comes to marketing is the leads suck. Well, this website that I just created actually addresses that exact issue and fixes it. This is Logan Shinholster with Contractor Growth Network, and I want to talk about the number one problem that I'm seeing a lot of. And let me back it up and say, as a marketing company, right, we do marketing and sales for contractors. We've also fallen victim to this, where we do a lot of this, but a lot of us marketers, what we do is we promise you tons and tons and tons and tons of leads, which at first sounds amazing. I want more leads, it's great. However, what ends up happening is when you cast this unbelievably wide net, you have every walk of life want to get a quote from you. And you gotta now think about, with all these new leads, how much time are you wasting on the wrong leads? How much money are you wasting by spending money on the wrong lead? What we have here is we have the solution to that problem. You only have a finite amount of time, and let's say you're getting, 100 leads a month. That's great, but do you really have time to sift through 100 estimates? These websites, what we do is when we pair this with the other two branding options that we have that come in this package, the 3P package, it's unbelievable what this does. So let me walk you through one of the P's, which is produce, aka produce leads, aka make sure your website is a sales tool. So let me walk you through this new site and talk to you about how this solves some of those problems. So it looks similar to a lot of the other sites that we do, clean and simple, which is the whole point of this. When things seem simple, they feel simple, then people are more likely to work with you. Like, nobody wants something to be complex. Okay, think about you as a contractor when you talk to a marketing company. When we speak in marketing terms, we'll increase your conversion rate from SEO and PPC. You're thinking like, what the hell is this guy even talking about? And that doesn't make you feel good because you have no idea what's going on. I can promise you the world, but if I say, yep, we're gonna do this, this, and this, it sounds like gibberish and you have no idea what that is. So that's what a lot of contractors actually do to their homeowners, is they use this high-end lingo because they try to sound impressive, but it backfires. So we go clean and simple so people completely understand everything about what you're going to be offering them. And that is why these websites work. That's why they produce more leads and higher quality leads than every other person's website out there. All right? The quality of the lead is more important because I can get you 100 leads a month, but if you can't sell any of them because they all suck, then it's just a marketing expense at this point and there's no ROI. So that's my soapbox. Let's get back to the website. This website is all about the emotion. Joe up in Maryland, he does waterproofing and basement, kitchen, bathroom remodeling. Those are his big four. He's very big in waterproofing, so that's really what we wanted to push, is waterproofing and basements. All right. The first thing that you're gonna notice about this website is it's nice and clean, just like we always do, right? You come on in and people can effectively choose which services that they want. Do they want to go with basement remodeling, waterproofing, kitchens, or baths, and that's it. Those are the only options. We don't list out 4 million different services like a lot of other contractors do because you just scroll right past that. But what you do here is you kind of choose which of these 4 is the service that you want. And if you don't want any of these services and you want something random like roofing, well, guess what? You wouldn't call Joe because he doesn't offer it on his website because he doesn't offer it in real life. So they mirror exactly what you do, and the more streamlined and funneled that you can actually have the services that you provide, the more money you will make because it becomes way more repeatable versus you trying to come up with a system for every single type of project out there. All right, so website, nice and easy, really mirrors exactly what services he actually provides, which is a big part of it. They have to understand what you do. Next, the next thing that we want to do, which will increase the quality of leads, is explain the process. Consultation, design, build, enjoy the home. It's kind of just giving a basic outline. And if you want to view more about the process, it will actually lay it all out, right? Phone consultation, in-person consultation. So what is happening here is when people go through the site, they're not going to just call you up and say, hey, I want you to come out here and give me an estimate right now. They understand that they want that you're going to give them an estimate over the phone, and here's a process, okay? The design phase, the build phase, so like they have to get a design. So what we're doing is we're letting the client, the customer know, the homeowner know, this is our process that we stick to. and we can't deviate from it because guess what? When it's on the website, it's like it's written in stone. We can't deviate from it, so you don't have to sacrifice your process for a client who's making you jump through hoops because you got it written up there. And somebody who does not want to jump through these hoops is way less likely to call you because the website lays it all out. If there's somebody that says, I don't want to design, I don't want a phone consultation, that's fine, but when they read this, they're gonna go, well, maybe Joe's not the right fit for me, which is okay. A lot of people are not your customers. You just gotta find those that are, because it will make your life easier, you will make more money, and you will save a shitload of time by not dealing with the crap tire kickers that just want everything for free and want it now and want it at a discount. All right? It lays it all out. So it's all about, okay? So another thing that's pretty cool about this is I talked to a contractor the other night, and he was explaining to me, he said, look, I'm an amazing craftsman. I know the business. I love helping customers out. He said, but my number one problem is I know what this stuff costs. And in my head, I've got, let's say, $40,000. And what I do is, in my head, as I'm talking to the customer, I've got $40,000, I got $40,000, and in the last second, when the person asks, the homeowner asks, what's this cost? He shouts out $33,000. Because he thinks, oh no, it's too high, they're not gonna go for it, let me go 33. Well, by the end of it, the job cost 20. So he just took his margins from 50% down to, I don't know what that is, 30%, something like that. He just dropped it, which are still high margins, but if you're not at 50% and you're going from 30 down to 10% margins, you are actively screwing yourself each time. That's not good, right? We're all human. We all sometimes have problems standing our ground. So what do? We made sure that as you come through it, we talk about the emotion that goes behind everything like we always do. We talk about the process like we always do. We explain the benefits of it. It's gonna increase your home's value. Like it's gonna do so much for you. But on top of that, we show the prices. We talk about this stuff, okay? Because somebody who's on the website and calls you up, they're not gonna call you up and say, I want my basement remodeled for $10,000 because guess what? The brackets are there. The average cost is about 50, right? Low end 35, high end 80. But guess what on top of that? Prices or averages and may change depending on your choice of materials. So maybe they've got a budget of 30 and they say, well, I got 30 grand towards this. Okay, at least they're within 5 because there is some variability. But if they're at 10 or 5 or something unbelievably low where they just don't know what this stuff costs, they're not gonna call you. So now you're not dealing with people who are way on the other end of the spectrum. You're not having to hop in your truck, drive out to somebody's house, go through everything, write up a full proposal, send it over, say this is a $40,000 project, which on your perspective, it's a low-end project compared to what you normally operate with. But for them, they were thinking not 40, they were thinking 14. You can't do anything for 14. You can't even buy the materials for 14. So you just wasted money on the lead that you paid for that. Plus, you wasted time that could be spent doing other things in the business, time that could be spent at home with your family, whatever it is. It doesn't matter how you want to spend your time. It's the fact that this is a resource that is going to be gone at some point in your life. You can never get back your time. So if you're not pre-qualifying clients on the front end, you will be dealing with the ramifications on the back end. You need to use your website as a funnel to let people know what you do, where you do it, why you're different from everybody else, which most people get wrong. They say, well, we give quality service and our product is great. Well, everybody says that. You need to actually talk about it, which, guess what Joe does on the website? Talks about it. And last but not least, let them know just ballpark figures, right? I hear a lot of times contractors are like, well, how do I know what size the kitchen is, or like the basement? I can't give them a number without knowing the exact specifications. Well, on average, what the low end and what the high end is, and then what the average, job size. So you don't have to give them an exact number right there on the phone, which is why the in-person estimate is there. However, you got to give them a bracket. You got to let them know it's between this and this. All right, if I'm going to buy a car, because car dealerships and car manufacturers are so good about letting you know what the price is of everything. You kind of know that if you're going to go buy a new car, you're not really going to buy one below like $16,000, and that's like a base Model 1. But you can't walk in there with a $5,000 budget, because everybody knows a brand new car is not going to cost $5,000, right? So it seems so simple and so straightforward, but most people don't do it correctly. Your website needs to up the quality of the leads that come in. And what that's actually going to do is it's going to limit the amount of people that come in. It's going to act as a gatekeeper, but everybody that comes to you will be way more qualified than those that don't go on your website. All right? You don't need more leads. You just need better leads coming in the door. Because if you get 100 leads and they all suck, guess what happens when that 101st lead comes in? You're not going to be excited for it. Higher quality leads, get your together, and you will be way more profitable, way more happier, and you can now scale a business because you can really work with people that you want to work with, and then identify this is who I want, and then grow from there. But you don't know that until you whittle it down and then build it right back up. If you want to see how all this stuff works and you want to learn more about the 3P method, let's talk. ContractorGrowthNetwork.com. Learn more about what we do, and I'll walk you through it. Start the conversation. You may not be a good fit right now. You never know. ContractorGrowthNetwork.com. Thank you.